going on? Rob Fish here for BikeBandit.com, and I have never been more jazzed to introduce to you a product. First off, right off the bat, Olympia Moto Sports Ranger Jacket also comes, not just a men's, but a women's option as well. I believe them to be the last truly American-owned mom and pop husband and wife team. Design it. This is awesome. The jacket itself is, of course, amazing. They, Kevin and Carrie Lee, tour the world, and their flagship apparel is actually a product called the MotoQuest, which is actually an adventure touring company up in Alaska. The Ranger jacket doesn't, I don't want to say it's missing features because it's kind of built along a different genre. It doesn't have a hydration pack to it. But this is awesome. So well thought out, so well designed for that adventure tour, sport tour in all, all weather environments, temperatures, moisture. This thing is rad. You ready? Let's do it. There is no skimping. There's no skimping. This is not a ballistic nylon. This is actually all Cordura, which is owned by DuPont. Again, ready? Who's got a better niche, grasp on chemicals and technical fibers? DuPont. The reflective panels are all actually 3M Scotchlite. There is no skimp, no compromise. They built the awesomest garments that they can create, and then they come up with a price point. They don't put a bunch of features to it and then go, oh, this has to be a $300 jacket. We need to take this off. No, no, no. Ready? This thing is awesome. The main body is, again, real Cordura, 500 weight, 500 denier nylon on that, with, ready? Wrap your brain on this, 2,000 weight, elbows, shoulders, front across, and down obviously the sleeves, that's still part of the elbow, and across the entire top back yoke of the jacket. This thing is so well done. Again, where you're going to probably take your impacts, 2,000 weight Cordura. I already mentioned it, so I'm going to keep going on that motif. 3M Scotchlite reflective paneling. This is all reflective piping here. As you bring it on down, you see it actually a huge trio panel across the side, and again that piping across the top. That's the real 3M Scotchlite. That stuff pops in low light situations. Again, I'll say it again. I've never met a motorcyclist who couldn't benefit from more visibility, enhanced visibility to the traffic and environment around them. Vents all over, pockets all over, obviously a full complement of armor. We'll address the armor really quick here. The armor is a beautiful thing. It's actually articulating, so it's got the ability to move and groove with you. The back protector is the same thing. It has the ability to, if you're riding, let's say, hey, I'm riding a Ducati ST3, or I'm riding a Multistrada, or I'm riding a Goldwing. Sitting up, leaned over the tank a little bit, not a problem. It moves and grooves with you, so it is not a solid piece that's going to bind in any way, inhibit your mobility. Obviously, elbows coming down the forearm, huge inside the shoulders, and again, a beautiful back protector that is massive in size, coming all the way down. Okay, let's jump into pockets. You have, I believe it's 6 waterproof pockets on this. Obviously, 2 big guys down here. All waterproof zippers here. That's also a vent, and we're going to get into that because that's pretty darn cool as well. And you've got, we're going to still work on the outside, one huge, and they'll put a little tag to say, hey, this is a waterproof pocket. This thing is massive. This is, I can almost put my entire arm in this thing. So it sits across the back again. More storage is more better. However, it's not just a waterproof, windproof with a 3-layer system. It's actually only a 2-layer system because on the back side of that Cordura, they've actually done their water coating. It's actually built into the shell because, again, people request that and say, hey, 3 layers gets a little bit bulky when you've got an outer shell, a rain layer, and then your thermal layer. It does have, of course, a fully finished thermally insulated jacket on the inside. We're going to get to that in a minute. But we want this to be full year-round riding. Mercury goes climbing, what do you need? You need a little bit of venting. So they've created a system here that, yes, that waterproof zipper behind that, not only is it a pocket, it becomes a vent. This folds back down onto its own Velcro. Vent is now exposed. You grab this retention system, and this brings this, sorry, jacket's brand new, a little stiff on the controls here, and that expands that pocket. You checking that? Of course, that's on both sides. They've done the same thing. I'm going to do it on this sleeve. Of course, it obviously exists on the other side. Same setup. That's about 12, 14 inches long. Waterproof zipper. Bring that bad boy down. There's your vent. What do? You fold this back down onto its secondary Velcro panel. And now what you have is when you're in your riding position, that opens up like a gigantic scoop. Again, airflow over the body, through the shell. Let's say you're riding and you don't have that inner thermal liner on there. Vents like a champ. We're going to carry that mentality, keep it going. And now we're going to do the same thing on the back. You've got Velcro that folds back on its secondary panel and a huge exhaust vent on the back that keeps itself open. Well thought out, well designed, a lot of feedback because this is a company that's been around for a long time. It's a beautiful thing. When something is well designed and well thought out, we're motorcyclists. We're kind of techie, geeky. And we can really, really appreciate when something is impeccably designed. Again, super clean on the lines, not a whole lot of flash. It comes in a bunch of color options. You have a high vis, whatever your machine, you're going to find a graphic. Ladies, they make a Ranger just for women as well. Actually, you know what, while we're on the back, let's jump into this, because this is, again, four-season jacket. You've got snaps up and around the collar. One more there. That folds up, and now what you have, I'm even going to take this off and bring it down. And now you've got an elasticized hood that goes over your head, tucks in underneath your helmet, and there you go. You'll notice that right here, the material actually changes right up about your collar at the base of your helmet. Because obviously your helmet, vents in inclement weather, vents are going to be closed. Water drips over the back, comes on down. You stay dry. You stay happy. Happy riders. Okay. When it comes to adjustability, you've got tons of adjustability on this. And what they've done is they've put the adjustments in places where you're not going to feel the pinch. But let's say you're riding something a little bit more, like you say, aggressive, a little more sport touring. You're going to have a little bit deeper of an angle here between your leg and your torso. Maybe you need a little bit of a gusset, a little bit of real estate. What do they got? They give you your real estate. Your hip adjustment, what they call custom fit detailing, truly is custom fit. You will dial this in and open it up if you need to. These drop out an additional 4 inches. 4 inches on either side gives you 8 inches of increased real estate. Let's say you ate a little bit much at Brother Fred's house, and it's delicious. You know, the missus makes a lovely brisket, and you've had too much. Not a problem. Olympia Moto Sports got you covered. That comes back down. On the cuff, they've done the exact same thing. I'm going to actually do it on this sleeve because it's facing the camera a little bit better. What they've done is they've given you mass amounts of Velcro on this. So depending on how you want to ride, you do a gauntlet glove over, you do it under, not a problem. This will expand that big. I mean, that's huge. My hand goes right up in that without even thinking about it. And I've got that much real estate around it. Of course, there's a cuff underneath there. But what they've done is they've just put this little panel in there. And that little panel makes all the difference. Okay, coming back around. Again, we already mentioned those top pockets which come into vents. You've got 2 more waterproof pockets here, which are also side entry pockets and hand warmer pockets. And they're not done flush with the body or with the garment. They've actually got bellows to them, so they do have a little bit of expansion. You can carry tons of gear in this. But staying along that motif of adjustability, you have a big neck. You've got a really big neck. You've got a little pencil neck. Not a problem. That is 5 inches of Velcro. So you want it here? Not a problem. You got a little skinny pin neck? Not a problem. You can go up here, tighten the whole thing down. When you're going underway, by the way, IRC, spring-loaded buttons. No compromise, folks. Velcro on the inside, so if you want more airflow, you can just tuck the collar back in and upon itself. This is obviously neoprene. Neoprene will go full circumference, full 360 around that, not just on the back, not just up in the collar, in the front of your throat kind of area, full 360. And now we're going to dive in to the inner portion of the jacket. Need my Velcro back. Of course, all the pockets, all the zippers have huge tabs on them, so you can do it with inclement weather gloves, right? Wet weather gloves sometimes are a little bit bulky. They've got a lot of insulation in them. You come out looking like Mickey Mouse, easy to grab. Number 8 YKK zipper is your main. You do have another peekaboo pocket right here. And then what you have is you have 2 more zippers attaching the inner liner. It's not really an inner liner, it's more of an inner jacket because there really is no liner to it. Okay? Right up top here, around the collar, not only is this all neoprene, but this is all microfiber. So you get no chafing, you get no rubbing. Incredibly, incredibly well featured, but all done with comfort and safety in mind. That armor will never bind, it will never overlap, it will never pinch in any riding situation. Love this, so well thought out. As we come back around, I'm going to actually just drop this off, just kind of on the back. Of course, it's got a retention system up top, but it's going to actually keep that outer shell in spot. You've got 2 hand warmer pockets here with little garages to tuck away. Again, here's that zipper that becomes hidden behind that flap, so you don't, your finished inner jacket doesn't have these 2 big zippers saying, "Hi, I'm a motorcyclist, I just arrived." You look cool and casual. That bad boy comes on down. Excuse me. Fully quilted. Did they skimp? Nope. Real Thermolite insulation on that. Aluminized, quilted, reflecting that body heat coming back to you. Again, ripstop nylon on the body of this. Kevin and Carrie Lee, Olympia Moto Sports, looking out for you. Thought of it all, so you don't have to. What you do have to think, and your hardest decision, is what color do you want? If you got sizing questions, again, we've put up a sizing chart. You can shoulder tap the guys over in the sales department. Just click on the support tab right here. Love it. Rubber-coated buttons. Little things that you might not think of. They already thought of it for you. Love it. Please, if you have questions, hey, what's this? Why is that? What's going on? Pick up the phone, give us a call. You can send us an email. Whatever works best for you. Reach out to us, because we love you here at BikeBandit.com. So you should like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Rod Fish for Bike Bandit saying thanks much. Put it in your shopping cart. Let's go ride. See you soon. Thanks again.